everyone, and welcome back to Neurodiverse Best Success. I'm your host, John Arroyo, and today I'm going to be reviewing Evolve again, episode 13 to episode 15. I know I haven't been able to do my reviews lately on Evolve because I've been busy with college, but because NXT Gold Rush is coming up soon, I really want to catch up with Evolve. And boy, the last 3 episodes of Evolve that I left off on that I'm going to review today, it's really good. So we get new Evolve champions, the first ever Evolve champions for this era. We get some good build-ups for matches throughout the episodes and a lot of drama building up the division. So let's get right into it. So we start this episode off with a triple threat qualifier match with Jackson Drake, Lince Dorado, and Jordan Oasis. And it was a kicker. Great way to start the show. The winner gets to be a part of the Fatal 4-Way for the Evolve Championship. Right from the bell, these 3 men started brawling. Jackson Drake started flying.
Shucky ducky, quack, quack!
Just went after Lince, hitting those signature lucha styles, speed and grace. Oasis hits a spinning neck breaker on Lince Dorado, and then targets Jackson's leg, almost fired up and almost ripping it off. Jackson was flying back and forth around the ring, and with that springboard stuttered, followed by a wild swanton, the crowd was losing it. And chaos broke up, but at the end, Jackson Drake found a way into the match by sneakily getting the pin. So he's moving on to the main event next episode for the Men's Evolve Championship, and I cannot wait for that. Then we get a promo from Itzgal, and Itzgal says that he is the foundation, the toughest, the pretty much what is considered perfect of Evolve. And Troy Yearwood comes in, disrespecting him because a couple episodes ago, he backed up Stevie Turner, and Itzgal did not like it. So sooner or later, Itzgal says if he gets in his face again, he's going to want a match, and they will have a match later down the line. And then after that, we get Jackson Drake still in the ring with Vanity Project, and he pretty much says he will become the first Evolve champion of this era, and nobody's better than him. But Idiot Adolf interrupts, saying that's funny because I'm supposed to be the first Evolve man champion. The Super Song Legacy joins like, no. And then everyone starts arguing, and then out of nowhere, K-Roo comes in and just demolishes Jackson Drake. So then everyone beats up Jackson Drake. So the next episode will be, for the main event, Jackson Drake versus KVU versus Super Sean Legacy versus Idiot Dragunov for the championship. And it's going to be wild, and I cannot wait to review that soon. Then we get the tag team match of High Rise and Adrenaline Drip. And it was fun and chaotic, start to finish. Our Way and Dew Point started things off. Just power moves, just pretty much keeping Jack down, tossing him. But Cartwheel Jack started doing his cartwheels, old-fashioned, escaping for everything. Dew Point took control for a moment, but then when Cappuccino Jones came in, hot tags, men were flying crazy, both teams hitting some sick combos, and then pure chaos. But then out of nowhere, Wes Lee shows up to help High Rise, leading High Rise to pick up the win. And we have to see what this new group is going to do in Evolve. Guys, we get a new signee alert. So Stevie introduced Carley to Gentala from LFG, the new signee to Evolve. And she gets her match against Carley Bright next episode in her debut match. Something happens during the debut match. We will get to that when it's time, but Gentala seems like she's going to be pretty dominant on Evolve. Then we get Natalya showing up. So then people's like, Natalya, what are you doing here? And Natalya's like, well, whoever wins the first Evolve Women's Champion, she will hand over the title, kind of like a Passion of the Torch. And then that leads into the main event. So we have the Evolve Women's Championship match. And guys, they didn't say it, but it's an eliminator match. Yes, it is an eliminator. So pretty much it's 4 women, and then each woman had to eliminate each other for the win. So it's Kail Armstrong, Kendall Gray, Kylie Wright, and Wendy Chu. And 4 women came out swinging. Kendall hit a dive on the outside, nearly taking everyone out early. Then Kylie took her down with her power moves. Kylie Ray suplexed everyone on site. It was on fire. Wendy Chu pulled off some creepy offense mind games, hitting a double DDT. All women teamed up against her. She bounced back like it was nothing. So all women hit their finishers to eliminate Wendy Chu. So she was the first one eliminated. And then Kendall and Kylie Ray went back and forth with submissions and pins, but Kylie got the upper hand, stealing the pin from Kendall, getting Kendall eliminated. So the last two was Kail Armstrong and Kylie Ray. And it was good. I liked it. I imagine Kail Armstrong and Kylie Ray being the two women to be last. Like, it just made sense. Great back and forth. Kylie almost got the win. And Kylie almost stole the win multiple times, but Kylie hits the Kylie connector for the win. I love her finisher. It's just like a giant spear, but at elbow. And she becomes the first ever Women Evolves champion. Massive respects. And Natalya hands her the title. That's pretty much how we end episode 13. And now going into episode 14, the drama really starts. So let's go straight into 14. So now on to episode 14. So we open up with the newest Evolve Women Champion, Kail Armstrong, saying that she's the first ever Women's Evolve Champion. And she's going to defend it with anyone no matter what. And Zada Steel comes in, ruining the celebration, saying that, well, she wasn't in the match and she deserves it. And then Big Cat Nikita Lyons shows up, and Nikita says, I already told Stevie, I want to face the winner of the first Evolve Women Champion. I deserve it. Kylie says, what you guys are going to do about it? They both beat the hell out of her, jumping her, and then Natalya comes in for the save, pretty much building up their storyline. And I will talk about that more next episode. So then we get the match of Gentala versus Carley Bright. But before the match, Carley Bright gets injured in the arm. Lately, a lot of women has been getting injured backstage. It's kind of weird. During the match, Gentala goes right after Carley Bright's arm. Carley Bright kind of does some offensive, but pretty much Jen just goes after her arm, pretty much tearing it apart. Carley does do a rolling small package trying to pick up wins, but at the end, Gentala drags her down and locks her in this bonsai tree submission arm with total dominance. The real question is Gentala the one attacking a woman backstage at Evolve? I think so. Then we get Kylie Ray getting interviewed by Chewy, and she says, Wendy Chu, once again, her and Wendy Chu, she feels like the storyline is overdone. And then Chantel Moore says, you need to stop complaining and actually do something. Then Mason Holiday and Layla Diggs backs up Kylie, and they said that for long, Chantel cannot hide behind her mirror. And we will see next episode how Chantel, Madison, Mason, and Layla are all connected, like in on her storyline. Then Wes Lee talks about why he joined High Rise. He says, well, Evolve is for the newest people, and Wesley's like, I didn't even get my chance yet. Wesley is still craving his spotlight, and with these new Evolve superstars coming in, they can ruin everything. So he's here to wreck house, and High Rise is here to back him up. He says he don't care who you came from the indies, whatever, Wes Lee will be taken over. So Adrenaline Drip comes out, and Cappuccino Jones says, I think I can beat you. I think I'm better than you. And Wes Lee says, yeah. And Cappuccino says, okay, next episode, let's have a match. So on episode 15, it's a match between Wes Lee and Cappuccino Jones. And it was really good. I'm going to review that soon, but really good. And then before the main event, Javon Evans comes out and he says, well, I'm here to watch whoever wins the Men Evolve Champion, and I'm going to be the one handed it to the winner. So that leads into the main event of the Men's Evolve Championship in a Fatal 4-Way Eliminator match. So we had Kvu, Super Sean Legacy, Idiot Adolf, and Jackson Drake. And it was fire delivered. Jackson Drake jumped early. Kvu was tossing people around like a beast. Like, he was like literally demolishing. Idiot and Sean Legacy teamed up, trying to take on Kvu. They couldn't stop him, but then Idiots pretty much stole the show with high-flying spots, taking out everyone one by one on the outside with springboards, dives, pretty much a whole highlight reel. But then Kvu catches him mid-air, smacks him on the mat, eliminates him. And then Sean Legacy and Jackson Drake does combo kicks and multiple springboards and moonsaults, keeping Kvu down, and they both pin him, double pin him to eliminate him. So at the end, it was left to Jackson Drake and Super Sean Legacy, and those two went at it, hitting finisher after finisher. We thought we was going to get the shambles with Sean Legacy so many times, so close, but Jackson Drake hits a high knee, and then the reverse springboard RKO for the win. Jackson Drake becomes the first ever Evolve Men's Champion. I really like this, and this is a pretty stacked division, okay? So we have Wes Lee, we have Jackson Drake, we have Kevu, we have Idius, and we have Super Sean Legacy, and also we have Cappuccino Jones, Cartwheel Jack, High Rise. Like, the men's division is on fire. And now let's get on to episode 15, because that's when stuff really starts to cook. To episode 15 and the last episode of Evolve I'm going to review this week. So we start with the Vanity Project coming out, all of them celebrating Jackson Drake's win, and Jackson Drake says he is not the first Evolve champion, but the newest Evolve champion in this new era, and he's ready to take it to new heights. And Vanity Project is going to take over with Zada Steel and Swipe Blight. And then out of nowhere, Lince Dorado pops up on TV. He's like, well, Jackson Drake, I think I can take you guys. I have some old amigos back in WWE that I would love to see again. So we have to wait to see that. Mostly this means Lucha House Party is going to maybe have a reunion in a way, and I cannot wait to see how that all plays out. And then we get a tag team match with Zada Steel and Nikita Lyons versus Mason Holiday and Lola Diggs. I like the team of Mason Holiday and Lola Diggs. Like, the gear is okay, but like the chemistry is good. The match starts with Zada and Layla going back and forth with quick roll-ups, reversals. Layla hits a sick double team armbar with Mason, keeping Zada down. Nikita tags in, absolutely cleans house. Try to kick everyone, but then Layla comes out of nowhere, drop kicking her with Mason doing the tag team move. And then back and forth. And then we have a little dance combo with Mason and Layla hitting a dancing clothesline elbow to Zada. But then near the end, Nikita sneakily gets a tag in. Zada and her clean house. But then back and forth. But then Chantel Moore comes in, distracting Layla Diggs and the ref. So Nikita and Zada Steels can cheat and pick up the win. Most likely, this means Chantel Moore's storyline with Mason Holiday and Layla Diggs is going to continue. Then we cut to backstage with Cappuccino Jones saying he's ready to take on Wes Lee, and vice versa. Wes Lee says the same thing. And then we get a quick segment with Kail Armstrong pretty much thanking Natalya last week for helping her, and Natalya saying no problem, but also champion, you have a chip on your shoulder and everyone's coming after it. Not just that, next episode it would be her and Natalya versus Nikita Lyons and Zada Steel. So I can't wait to see that. So pretty good matches coming out of it. Then we get the match of Itzgal versus Jamar Hampton, formerly known as Troy Yearwood. So now Troy Yearwood is going as Jamar Hampton. His gimmick is now he's like a smooth, cool guy. I kind of like it because Itzgal is like a hyper super Ken doll. So like if it's the two different personalities, they're built the same, but two different personalities. Hard-hitting matchup. Right away, both locking up, testing each other with strength. But Itzgal stomps on Hampton's foot. Fire, big defense. Gal was being smart after stripping the leg out of Jamar Hampton. Pretty much put him in a submission hold. Pretty much doing a headlock and then also like push-ups. Great back and forth. But then Itzgal smacks Jamar Hampton. That gets him mad. We think Itzgal is going to win with a roll-up instead. Jamar Hampton hits a big, powerful spinning slam for the win. I like this, and I can't wait to see how this feud continues because it's really good. Then we get a new signee. So, yeah, we get another new signee. Marcus Matters, the newest signee for Evolve. And he says he cannot wait to make his impact. And he can't wait to have his first match. Have you seen his work on the indies? This guy's high flyer and pure fun. Also, mat work is amazing. So, watch a couple of his matches. But he's going to be pretty big in Evolve. I can just see it. Then we finally have our main event, Wes Lee versus Cappuccino Jones. Absolute banger. Wes Lee coming out aggressively, hitting kicks, punches, stiff, but Cappuccino Jones takes him down early, being caffeinated, flying around. Also a killer dive on the outside. Then back in the ring, Wes Lee hits a killer dropkick dive, and then a brawl on the outside. Incredible back and forth, with both men trading springboards, jumping over each other. But then at the end, Wes Lee hits his signature heart attack kick to get the upper hand against Cappuccino and pick up the win. Pretty much High Rise is pretty much the big team in Evolve. Hopefully they have a match soon with Gallus, because I think that would be cool. But yeah, that's pretty much Evolve, like my review of Evolve. And I'm gonna try to at least catch up before Gold Rush, because I like Evolve, and a lot of stuff been happening in Evolve, so I cannot wait to catch up with that. But hopefully you guys like the review, and I will see you guys next time.